If you're tired of hearing scary ads about the IRS, Tax Relief Advocates wants you to know you don't have to be afraid. No matter what challenging life situation you're facing while owing 10 or even hundreds of thousands in back taxes to the IRS, we have a solution. TRA has already negotiated over $1.5 billion in taxes owed by over 180,000 struggling taxpayers since 2017, earning over 1,000 five-star Google reviews and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Generous tax debt forgiveness programs are currently available that can end your tax nightmare and may reduce or eliminate what you owe the IRS. If you're facing collections or an audit, don't lose hope. Act now to check what tax relief you may qualify for. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-583-4890. 800-583-4890. Again, that's 800-583-4890. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's daily update on Bama sports and it's brought to you by Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Order online at Guthrie'sChicken.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Here are post-game thoughts from Alabama men's basketball head coach Nate Oates after Alabama's loss at Florida on Sunday.
I got to give Florida a lot of credit. They came ready to play. Great environment here. The crowd was great. Their energy was great. They turned us over 18 times. Boogie ends up with 8 steals. You got to credit their guards. They played well. You know, everybody's afraid of Florida's front court, and rightfully so. I mean, they're tough. They're good. They're skilled. They're, you know, Chenalou is one of my favorite players in the league, and 14-17, which is ridiculous numbers, 17 rebounds. But, you know, the guards really kind of controlled this game here, and I'm a little disappointed we didn't have better guard play with the amount of turnovers, and they didn't turn the ball over.
I'll have more in a moment.
This year, we honor the most important anniversary ever. An event that reshaped civilization as we know it. A day that would lead to something so flawless that nothing could ever really compare. People have tried to match it, but have failed. This year, we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Guthrie's, the home of the original chicken finger. Just talking about it gets me all choked up. And hungry for a chicken finger. Guthrie's, an original obsession for 60 years.
Join us tonight for Hey Coach and the Nate Oates Show, live from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa at 6 p.m. Central, presented by Alpha Insurance. You can listen to Hey Coach across our full radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as catch a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Guthrie's. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford, where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. This hour of The Drive is brought to you by Lynn Leighton Ford, located online at lynnleightonford.com. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
It is a Monday, 1 hour endeavor. You like our new holder over there, Captain? Yeah, that's top shelf right there.
Hey, if you know, you know.
Yeah. We do have the camera on that right there, right? Our new cup holder over there. It's a scissor holder. Anyway.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundhog Day!
I'm not sure if we want to relive that start of this show, but nonetheless, yes, it is Groundhog Day. Hope, by the way, classic movie. Just classic movie. More than anything.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
There are certain movies that I just stop and watch if I have time. And Groundhog Day is one of those movies where it's really well written, really well acted, and it stands the test of time pretty good. Anyway, my favorite thing from over the weekend, West Neighbors, is the overreaction that I'm getting. Oh, Alabama basketball. Actually, Alabama basketball had a good day yesterday. No one is leading by saying that, right? Alabama, if you actually follow the sport, Alabama had a good day yesterday. I know they didn't on the court, but I'm telling you, Illinois winning at Nebraska yesterday was a big deal. And because Alabama,
they're going to make the tournament. I'm not worried about that. It's the way they're playing. I mean,
turning it over way too much.
Well, it's just they have the last 3 games they've played awful in 2 of them. Not kind of bad.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
They have not played well.
The Tennessee game and the Florida game.
Yes, and
that's 2 high level teams, Tennessee and Florida.
Good teams, but Alabama's one of those teams you would thought would be competitive with them. They're not. They weren't even competitive either one of those games.
They were competitive for the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, well, the first half they're competitive with everybody. They were competitive with Arizona the first half, but they go through 2 or 3 minutes of play where they're horrible in all those games. I mean, just horrible. Look like me and the boys breaking out the basketball and going to play it.
Really intrigued how they're going to handle Buckyball on Wednesday. That's by the way, here is our
they
schedule.
Can't handle anybody's ball that's any good right now. I mean,
it's early February. It's that teams are remembered in March and not for
we don't
February.
Have to worry about Alabama peaking too soon.
See, there it is right there.
Unless they've already peaked.
That Illinois win looks really good on the resume because that was in Chicago.
They have a lot of good wins.
They do.
I'm not worried about that. It's not making the tournament. It's growing, and they don't look like they're growing. And then they have all this sideshow.
There is a big distraction
of Bediako.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure was worth the effort.
Only one way to find out in that regard. But nonetheless, coming up tomorrow, we will be done at 6:30 tomorrow so we can all get home and watch the Pro Bowl games. There is a radio version of the Pro Bowl games. Westwood One will take over this fine airwaves tomorrow at 6:30 so we can all enjoy the Pro Bowl games live from Super Bowl 60. And then on Wednesday, we do not have a drive. On Wednesday, Alabama hosting Texas A&M. That pregame starts at 5 o'clock. And then on Thursday, we'll be back here for you for 2 hours. with I've got UH Charger basketball. The Chargers, boy, that is another case of turnovers, and more turnovers, but still had a chance to win at the end, but lost by 1 at Trevecca. 78-77 was that final score. Good news, though, for the Chargers is they are at home for 5 games in the month of February and only 2 road games. So a chance to pick up some hay here in the month of February, and we'll see how it goes this week. Hosting Delta State as the Okra are in town on Thursday, and then it is Mississippi College on Saturday. The schedule for Alabama this week, it's Texas A&M, then it's Auburn. The Alabama-Auburn game is at Auburn on Saturday. So I've yet to see a start time yet for that, but I'll try to get that up to date for you. And don't forget, we are your home for the Super Bowl right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. That should be entertaining to listen to, as always, because Kevin Harlan on the play-by-play call. What else do you need me to say? Gus Malzahn announced his retirement today. 35 years in the business.
How old is he?
I'd say 60s. Let me look here real quick. He is right at 60. He'll be 61 in October.
Yeah, I predict he doesn't.
Well, he's said multiple times that he treated this coaching gig like dog years, where he is not a lifer and wanted to get out. And he's officially out, so he will not be visiting Tuscaloosa, at least as an offensive coordinator role with Florida State. I believe that's the 3rd game of the year for Alabama this season.
I predict this is not he has not coached his last game.
Okay. That the money may dry up and all of a sudden.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he had tank. I don't know anything like that.
Okay.
I just know that he's young. It didn't go very well for them overall this year, other than the Alabama game.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he was asked to leave, take a couple years off, see if he could get into the ESPN ranks or something thereof. And if he doesn't, then you'll see him coach again.
So it did make me want to reminisce a little bit. Here is one of the many Malzahn minutes. This is from August of 2020.
Yes, Coach. I was wondering if you could discuss the running back room and really how you think Cadillac is doing in his role.
Yeah, well, first of all, Cadillac's doing a great job. He's a teacher. He's a relationship guy. He's really close to his players. And we've got a lot of what I'd say quality depth. DJ Williams came back last week, and, we've got a lot of versatility in that room. So I'm really excited. I know Coach Morris is very excited about the running backs. And like I said, even before we start practice, utilizing those guys in the passing game will be more of an emphasis this year also.
There you go. One of the many Malzahn minutes that I have in the old folder. I wonder how many Auburn fans truly do miss Gus Malzahn. I mean, considering where the program...
Well, I did a study, and it was about 50-50. People want to keep him.
And I think the further away from Gus, the more appreciation for Gus.
Well...
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's about 50-50 still.
You think?
Yeah. I wouldn't say there's more. I wouldn't say there's less.
What if he were to come on as a consultant there for Coach Golish?
Well, they've already made him keep the defensive coordinator, so they might made him hire his offensive coordinator. I doubt it.
Yeah,
Coach Golish is a good coach. I think we just got to sit back and wait and see what happens.
Well, one thing that we know is going to happen, it's Monday, so it's time to take our first time out. Yes, we'll get you ready for Super Bowl 60. Plus, he wants to talk some college basketball. If you listen to us pretty frequently, you know who I'm talking about. He is the one and only Coach Jerry Glanville. He'll join us next right here on The Drive.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. This is Charger basketball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Swings it over to Jordan Mabe. Mabe attacks it. Boy, Jordan wants some. He'll scoop it, lays it up and one for Jordan Mabe. Oh,
this is Charger basketball.
A three in the corner, up and good for Q. He now has 20 in the game. We're tied at 66.
This is Charger basketball.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Isn't the story of the prodigal son an amazing story? Basically, a rowdy boy who literally wished his father dead, ran away, and consumed his wealth with hard and fast living. Yet the father looked for his return every day, and when the boy got tired of eating pig slop, he decided to return. What did the father do? As soon as he saw that boy, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, and killed the fatted calf for a great celebration. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of the Cross Point Church. If you're looking for a church home, come see us, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID, and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month, up to $15 at participating locations. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings. In New Market and Hampton Cove, and our new location, now open in Hartselle at 200 Main Street West, downtown.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
Brian Bellamy State Farm Insurance, located in the Rosie's Shopping Plaza, strives to help customers find the best auto insurance, home insurance, life insurance, and more. No matter where you are in life, Brian Bellamy State Farm Insurance is here to help you find your best insurance and retirement needs. You can find them on the web at brianbellamyagency.com or call them at 256-539-7530. Brian Bellamy State Farm Insurance is a proud supporter of UAH Athletics and reminds everyone to go Chargers. Brian Bellamy State Farm, here to help life go right.
It's softball time in Alabama, and the best place for your travel softball team is to play with USSSA Softball. Not only for the best travel team tournaments, but for recreational softball tournaments all around the area, as well for your high school level softball team. Plus, the USSSA National Championship this year is at the Gulf Shore and Orange Beach and the Foley Softball Complex. Now, for more information, visit alfastpitch.uSSSA.com. That's alfastpitch.uSSSA.com.
My point is that I think Code Reds still go on down here.
The Tom Abraham Show.
You can have all the transfer orders that you want, but you have to ask me nicely.
Weekdays at 10 on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and on WZZN TV on YouTube.
I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car.
It is a Monday edition of The Drive, and really looking forward to our conversation here with Coach Jerry Glanville with a new gig, too. How are you, Coach?
Well, my grease board, where I usually have our 7 college games and our 7 pro games, I'm staring at it right now. I'm trying to get 6 defensive backs, 3 defensive tackles, and 4 linebackers' names. I'm chasing people today. I'm like out hunting players.
Okay. How's that going for you?
Well, it's not good. That's why I'm thinking about the guy sitting next to you making a comeback.
Wow.
Boy, you are
Wow.
desperate.
Wow.
I'm ready to race you down 65. That's about it.
Well, the good thing, if I could get Wes to sign up, when we introduce him and he runs out under the goalpost, if he has his kids and his grandkids there, we got a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, it's true. That is
Now,
true
there's
there.
no free tickets now. They all got to buy.
For those that may not know, the San Antonio Toros are we're talking to their new defensive coordinator right now.
And the Continental Football League was so huge when I was in high school in this area, right here in the Toledo Tornadoes and the Wheeling Ironmen. And the league was so good, they used to feed the NFL, where this new league is trying to feed the XFL in the Canadian Football League.
Okay.
So it's a league where you're trying to get kids to get noticed, play hard, get a little bit better, and maybe get a little better opportunity than what they have.
So when does this season start, Coach?
Well, it's kind of funny. We start in the last week in May.
Ooh.
We play all of June, and we play the first week in July. It's all over. It's 8 games, bam, 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 and that's it. And it's in the summertime that people have a chance to do what they're doing. A lot of these people we're after now, for instance, are playing indoor football. Then they come right over and play for you and then move on.
Gotcha. Well, just accumulating reps and more than anything, trying to get better and climb up that ladder.
Well, the fun for me is watching them get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I coached in the spring league. We weren't even paying the players there. And I had 3 guys signed with the San Diego Chargers for $880,000.
Wow.
They were playing for me in of all places in Texas, San Antonio, and they all signed for $888,000 each.
Mm.
And what a thrill that was. One guy was a tight end from Michigan State. And people are always looking for tight ends. There's not enough tight ends that have been born yet. So if you got a tight end and you're real big and you be a backup offensive tackle, you got money in the bank.
So when are you loading up the Lynn Leighton Ford over to San Antonio, Coach?
Well, I'm trying to get Wes to get me a new siren and a new red light for the dash before I start over.
Okay.
I never did hear Wes blow that siren, but I know you had it on that cop car.
I was scared if I blew it, we'd never see Rozier ever again.
Hey, I got 2 things to talk about. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
The Raiders are talking to a Kubiak.
That's right.
Off coordinator from Seattle. And is he related to the other Kubiak?
Yes, sir. You name it. Yeah.
In what way is he related?
He is Gary Kubiak's kid.
Unbelievable. I'm getting older because I've coached the hell against Gary Kubiak. One day I was coaching Detroit Lions, and this guy came up. He goes, Coach. He's playing for the Eagles. He goes, I'm so-and-so's son. And I coached his dad in the NFL. Now I was coaching against his son. He goes, man, I've been around way too long. I said, hurry up, get a son. I want to coach 3 generations.
Well, that was I don't know how much you're on social media, Coach, but that was the first reports that I saw was like, goodness gracious, Jerry Glanville, defense coordinator, and clearly they're not listening to us, Coach, because you're sharp as a tack.
Well, it's kind of funny. Biden, with his age, made it hard for us guys to find jobs because they all think we can't go up and down the stairs at the airport.
Oh, goodness. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
And then the second one I went to is the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are going to hire Mike LaFleur, which is the brother of the other LaFleur. And so I'm so excited that we now don't have to listen about the Harbaugh brothers.
That's
we got
right.
more brothers.
We got, yeah.
And the Harbaugh brothers, you people probably grew up right here where I did in Perrysburg, Ohio. Went to school here, and it's kind of funny. On the T-shirt they sell in Perrysburg, they have Jim Leland, and they have Harbaugh at the. Yeah, you almost said 49ers. Used to be 40. And they don't have John, the guy that's was at the Ravens. So I always tell him, you ain't good enough to get on the damn T-shirt. They got the home of the three heroes, and he's not on there. I love that.
I did want to get a thought or two on the Super Bowl, but where do you want to start first, Coach?
Well, I was thinking about the University of Indiana. The Raiders are going to draft the Cuban quarterback. And so they go get a guy named Kubiak, who is a quarterback coach.
That's right.
And I got to thinking about all the quarterback coaches that had such success, and then they get a head job. I'm thinking like the guy at the Giants, the little short, ball-headed guy. He was a genius when he had Josh Allen. and then he went to New York, and then he gets fired. So
Dayball, yeah.
A lot of times when you're looking at these real good quarterback coaches and you think they can help you, they really can only help you if they bring the quarterback with them.
Be helpful.
And in college, if you get up and leave, you can take your quarterback with you.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. And there's a lot. And I was asked, what about the teams that didn't have a good quarterback in the NFL? Like all those jobs are open. That's the people who got fired.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, and you say, look up, what's the 6 teams going to get fired next year? Well, look up for 6 teams that don't have a quarterback. They're gone.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we saw Pete Carroll be one and done with the Raiders. So, I mean, even the one and done thing is happening, which...
The good news now, though, that one and done, they get enough money, they can live forever.
The buyout
and go and be like Wes, go to Florida and party and fish and do all those things Wes does, because Wes got that buyout when he's with the Oilers.
Yeah, I couldn't buy any tackle with that. That's a boat.
I bet when you go fishing, you got on a big straw hat and a Budweiser, and you got that pole in the water, and you got a cigar. I can see you right now.
Well, what do you think about Super Bowl 60? It's the 2 seed, the Patriots, the 1 seed, the Seahawks. You got Sam Darnold, Drake May. But what do you think about this Super Bowl, Coach?
Well, you mentioned the 2 reasons I like the quarterback at Seattle because, and John Gruden, I did a show with him up here at clinic, and he said something which I thought was profound. McDonald, he saved the Vikings staff. They were going to be fired, and he saved the Vikings coaching staff, and then they fired him. Because remember, they drafted that guy from and who they thought was going to be.
Then he got hurt. Yeah.
Well, I watched the guy from me. I think he may be hurt full time. I think we used to call when Wes was with me. If you got knocked out all the time, we called you cardboard head. But now it's more serious than just being cardboard. So I think he's got a problem staying healthy.
Wow.
But it's fun to watch that guy. He did such a great job in Minnesota, and because he did such a good job, they pushed him out the door. And it was so, if you take the last 2 years, he's won more games than anybody in football.
Wow, I didn't know that.
With 2 separate teams, he's won more games than any coach has won. A quarterback has won the last 2 2 years. So that's kind of cool. And of course, May surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
He's better, and you know how I grade him. He's better than I graded. And he played his rookie year like I graded him, but he's grown, and I think he's got a good quarterback coach that came back here.
You know, Coach, I read
Josh McDaniel, right?
I read where Minnesota last year offered 3 number 1 picks, 2 from last year and 1 this year for Drake May to offer the Patriots,
Really?
and they turned it down.
Wow. So they knew what we're seeing. I didn't know because he didn't do it. I didn't know he could run as good as he does.
Yeah.
At North Carolina, I didn't see that part of his game. He played more like a statue. He played like a pro stand-up Statue of Liberty, but he runs good. He's fluid. And he's got good hips. And he's got sense to get down. I love Baker Mayfield, but he hadn't figured out yet. You got to get down.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is still trying to run over everybody, and it hurts his game. And Lord knows I love people that run at people, but not the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's one thing we didn't have to worry about at Houston. Our quarterback wasn't going to try to run over anybody. So you didn't have to worry about him getting hurt that way. But our quarterback, we were playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and he fumbled the snap. They're talking about Warren Moon. And he went to get the fumble and him in the back and broke his recovering a fumble. And at that time, they said I was passing coach in football. I was Oriel. So Warren Moon's out for a month, and they said I should be fired. I don't know what I'm doing. It's funny how that switched.
It's the storylines. If you really dive into them, you can find out fact from fiction more than anything. But Vrabel with the Patriots. I know there's a lot of disgruntled Titan fans. Because Vrabel was coach of the year with the Titans and didn't keep his job there. And lo and behold, first season trying to grab himself another Lombardi trophy, this time as a head coach.
Well, you have to realize the Titans are owned by the Addams family.
Yeah.
If you ever watch that TV show, The Addams Family,
yes,
they didn't make a lot of good decisions.
No.
And Wes and I worked for one of the Addams families. Wes and I were employed by Bud Adams. Different.
I would ask who his cousin but I'm afraid to find out the answer to that, Coach.
Well, they called our owner Bottom Line Bud. If he could save $1, he was all in. He wouldn't even buy me a police car, and we were winning.
Oh, goodness.
It was because of him I was driving a police car.
That's the best. Wes, you're so right.
Seahawks are favored by 4.5. Who do you like?
Well, I was really disappointed in the defensive back end play, even though they won at Seattle. I don't think you can play like they play. I don't care about 4 points. I don't think you can play what they played in the back end, and we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, and beat the Patriots. The Patriots are smart enough that if you're going to play man and what you call shadows and bunches, where people all take together, you're going to ring the bell. There's going to be people wide open running across the field. And I think there'll have to be a change in schematics in checks. What are checks? Checks are when you get this formation, regardless of what you call, you have to come out of that defense, because that defense will get hurt with this formation. They did not do that last week and were able to win. When you usually do that, you get beat. And of course, the Rams quarterback, I don't know, went through for big yardage touchdowns, and that'll happen again if they don't change, I don't know who runs their defense. I think it could be the head coach. I don't think you can win unless you change your check system.
All right. Well, I mean, off weaponry wise, they got Butte, they got Hunter Henry. I'm talking about the Patriots, of course, and Stevenson at running back has really, popped up as well here during this playoff run. But it's Drake May has 5 touchdowns in this postseason, 4 over the air and 1 on the ground. It's the first 3 career playoff games led the NFL with 113.5 QBR ranking, which ranks 3rd with a career high 31 touchdown passes overall this season. So,
and you may be talking about the MVP. They haven't announced
right.
The quarterback from Georgia playing for the Rams. And what makes him even better than your stats is, and we said this on your show months ago, he's the most accurate with the deep ball. When you have deep ball accuracy, you can't chug the ball in NFL. You can't play a 3-yard ball. There's too many players. You have to chunk it. You have to get it chunked. If you're on the 5-yard line, you're 95 yards away. You have no chance of scoring unless you get a chunk. You got to get a 50, 60-yard play. Well, that's what he does. That's who he is. He can make those things happen. So I think the Patriots are really sitting in pretty good shape. Although I think May had something with an ankle. Did you ever hear what that was?
I did not, Coach. I did not.
Wasn't totally where they wanted him to be. And by the way, go back to the draft. The draft has switched around so much. The Alabama quarterback went from 8th to 2, and now he slid all the way back for all the linemen got in front of him. So
yeah,
somebody in the draft has the Jerry Glanville philosophy. I did this with Wes. If you make a mistake, make it a big one. Get a big guy. If Wes would have weighed 190, he'd have been back 2 more rounds.
Wow.
So why do you? I was reading why they think his arm strength's not strong enough. I was reading about that today. Yeah, that he'd slipped to the second round.
I call that paralysis by overanalysis. You're looking at too much. You get serious and see when he had to throw it, he can throw it. I get mad at scouts because the scout's job is to find out why we should not take him. My job was to find out what I liked, and if I liked it, take it. Don't be looking for the hole, in the tissue. That's overanalysis. They overanalyze. They overthink it.
So, Coach,
they did that with Bo Nix. Everybody overanalyzed him, but us 3.
So, Coach, when you used to talk about quarterbacks, you mentioned that a couple throws that they had to make were critical to being successful. One of them is the slant, I guess, in the NFL. Why is that so much more important in the NFL versus college?
The big throw, can they throw the post corner? Because if you're everybody wants to throw the post. Well, when they crowd in there and take it, you got to be able to throw. What made Kelly? Why does everybody love Kelly? Why does Buffalo think Kelly? He threw the best post corner in football. And you got to be able to throw that post corner. And then you have to be able to throw the seam, and yet they're able to run. June Jones started the 9 route stop, fade stop. And if you can throw those, I don't need a scout to tell me he doesn't have a good arm. And by the way, the worst arm I ever saw drafted was Joe Montana. So it's not all just about the arm. Joe Montana, I looked at him throwing the ball in my backyard. I thought it was my sister.
But the system, I mean, he had a heck of a talent around him there in San Francisco, Coach. He did pretty good for himself.
Well, and he had an owner that cheated on them.
Details.
Yeah, Di Bartola was not afraid to cheat, and that brought a lot of wins.
That was pre-NIL right there of going on there in San Francisco, but it really from what and we've had Randy Cross on a couple of times, Coach, and he's mentioned how much he would take care of the players, and they loved him for it.
Oh yeah, he did that very good. He was very good at that. And Randy Cross did TV with me, and I had to keep taking care of him on TV.
Well, I'm reading evidently.
Did Randy ever play center? Or did he stay at guard? He stayed at guard, didn't he?
I think he stayed at guard. I think he did.
I think he played center in a couple of games, actually.
A couple of games?
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. Here's what I found. There's a lot of guards that can't play with the ball in their hand. But every center can leave the ball back and go play guard.
It's weird, but you can because I snapped the ball for so damn long that it was weird it was
just putting your hand down.
Yeah, but
it's
not hard to do. I mean, the whole deal with center is being able to snap and step at the same time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that's where they have trouble doing it. Because
there was a center that played, I think he played at Nebraska, and I watched him, and it looked like he was offsides, and he was the center. and now the NFL has the award after his name.
Remington.
Can you believe I watched him play against Auburn at Auburn, and Auburn? I'm there scouting, and this center, I said, "How can a center be offside?" And the running back was Rozier, but they were playing a team called Auburn, and they had three backs in the backfield that all ended up playing for the NFL. One of them was Bo somebody.
And Nebraska won that game. I watched that tape.
Did you?
You know what I love? I'm in the press box, and they had good food. And Bo Jackson went in from about the 5-yard line up and over everybody to go ahead. Then here comes Nebraska, and Mike Rozier left at the 7-yard line. It went up and in. Well, I went back. I was with the Falcons. He said, "Do you see anybody that can play and help us here?" I goes, "I saw people that would start for us tomorrow."
There were a lot of good players. Steve Wallace was the tackle in that game for Auburn. He played forever for San Francisco. There were a bunch of good players in that on both sides of the ball.
What was
Donnie Humphrey? Do what now?
What was the great center's name that they give?
Remington.
Don't they still give out a Remington award?
Yeah, every year. Yeah, I think it's college football gets the Remington.
That's
award,
right.
Though.
That's right.
Yeah,
to the best center.
You said you had a step and snap. I think he took 2 steps before he snapped. He was on you.
Yeah.
Well, evidently, Roger Goodell is doing a state of the game press conference just a couple of hours ago. He said that this is the most competitive season of his 44-year career around the National Football League. Do you buy that? Do you think this was the most competitive season in NFL history?
No. But he's getting paid by the people that, when he says that, the owners can't clap loud enough. and he's smart enough. If he gets them clapping a lot, he gets more money.
You know, when I watch the NFL, and I don't think it's just the NFL. I think it's just overall the fundamentals of the game are slowly fading away. To me, from the offensive line to to tackling to everything.
Well, when I do the draft at the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, and it's kind of funny because everybody at the Hall of Fame every year when they draft, and you'll be proud of this, Wes, they talk there'll never be another AFC Central. And if you watch those films, you watch those teams playing, who was in that? It was Cleveland, it was Cincinnati, it was Pittsburgh, it was Houston. Poor Roger Goodell, I don't know where he was. He's probably wearing diapers. They don't play like that.
No.
You don't tell me that this year's was like the AFC Central was when West was playing.
They'd get there was some. It's contact football. That's what they're playing now. That's what it was. It was contact football.
Well, what I tell people today, the teams are trying to tackle the ball carrier. The AFC Central, nobody cared about tackling anybody. They were trying to kill the ball carrier. Little different game.
Because, I mean, I grew up as an NFL fan, Coach, and I know we live in the state of Alabama, and I've lived in the state here for a couple of decades now, but this is probably the least amount of NFL that I've watched in my life. And I enjoy good football, but that's the word, good football, and I don't know, I didn't watch a whole lot of good football. There were little moments here and there, but it's just not the same to me. But I don't know if they're after a 52-year-old white guy in Alabama. So,
well, I would go back to Goodell and say, of all the college championship games I've watched, this was the best one I've watched this year. And if you can translate those players into pro football get better and better and better. But you take Indiana, I told you guys this week, I'd rather watch Indiana and Miami play again than this Super Bowl.
Wow.
And I'm not a college guy. You know me. Me wearing a raccoon coat doesn't look good.
we got a base.
I agree with him. I thought the difference in this game, though, and is that you have two coaches that are fundamental coaches, and the average player on each team was over 22, so they were older players. I mean, I saw there's a Miami guy today, number 1 from Miami, got an 8th year.
Yeah, that's right. That is an accurate statement. 8th year of eligibility.
Wow. What does he play?
I think he looked like a safety to me.
I wanted to say linebacker, but I bet Wes is right.
Well, safety's outside.
Why can't the Ole Miss quarterback get another year?
Well, he's now suing the NCAA, and so is the Tennessee quarterback. That's a new story that came out today. He is also suing the NCAA for another year of eligibility, Joey Aguilar.
Well, Joey Aguilar, if he's not at Tennessee, get your suitcases ready. We got an opening coming over there. Because without him, they're pretty much a bunch of pedestrians. And pedestrians don't win championships or many games. And what bothers me, and this happened, when I watch a team week 1, week 2, 3, and Wes, you're going to know what I'm going to say, and the team is not as good as they were the week before, you got problems. When 100%. The teams get worse every week, something's wrong. and the fun of it, I'm watching Tennessee basketball. Right now, they have 11 new players. They have freshmen. They're not very good. But as you watch them, they get better every week. By the way, I'm going to ruin you, too, because you hate the Big Ten, and I'm right with you. But I saw Michigan State basketball game. Did either one of you see it?
Yeah. I mean,
either one of those two could win the national championship.
That was really good basketball. So was the Illinois Nebraska game yesterday. those were really good games to watch, Coach.
Yeah, big time.
Well, something else that may not shock you, because they're ESPN radio, since we're an affiliate, gives us the kind of highlights. Roger Goodell, who was over NFL Europe before he was commissioner, says he has an ambition to make the NFL a global sport.
I guess that's why they're dragging over there 3, 4, 5 games a year.
Yeah.
They get a big crowd.
Yeah.
And I can't see them being a home team over there. Now, I was offered a job just this week in Innsbruck, Denmark, and NFL, the NFL Europe today. I was offered a job this week to be the defensive coordinator, but I thought about it, Innsbruck, Denmark, and I thought about Greenland, and I was afraid I could be over there in Innsbruck, and Trump may come bomb us trying to get Greenland.
This is Talk Radio, WCZN.
Well, I mean, it's good that that's hitting on your radar, though, Coach.
I love the way you think, Coach. How a way to plan.
You got to be wary of them bombs.
Be careful nowadays. I could see them going over there trying to capture the king and get me by accident. I'd look like the Michigan head coach in a padded cell.
Oh, boy.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Wow.
One over the bow.
Oh, God.
Coach, as always, it is a pleasure, sir. So it's.
Well, you two have made my week, because without football, it's been a bad week. But I'm chasing players, and right now, I got a center's name written down on the left hand of my grease board, and if I can find a way to get him without getting a new police car, I'm going after this center.
We'll call Lynn Layton. Get right on it, Coach.
All right, you two are the best.
Thank you,
Coach.
Brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown
Goodness.
stuntman.
Wow. The press conference has just wrapped up. They're in San Francisco. I'll let you hear a little bit of Roger the Dodger on the other side of our final timeout. You love Roger Goodell.
Fraud.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
AL cert number 21014.
This is Thomas with Talent Heating and Air Conditioning.
Thomas, I need you guys to light my flame sensor.
Excuse me?
Yeah, my gas valve's not flowing, buddy.
What do y'all need over there?
Oh, I need you to exchange my heat exchanger.
You don't have to speak the love language of a furnace to call Talent Heating and Air Conditioning. We can come out and do a $49 tune-up, and you'll get savings off of that, and we'll be able to figure out what's going on with your system.
Can you keep my flame lit this Valentine's Day?
We can definitely keep your flame lit.
Who do I gotta call?
Call Talent at 256-503-4490.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
That was weird.
It's Talent Heating and Air. They're live, they're local. Give them a call today.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
Four-time Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa, hailed as one of the world's greatest guitar players. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa, performing live March 19th at the BBC Mark C. Smith Concert Hall. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Every show is a new experience.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement. It's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen. Expect to see increasing clouds heading into this Monday night. Low temperature is going to be falling into the lower 30s for the overnight. Heading into our Tuesday afternoon, high temperatures warm into the mid-50s. Expect to see a cloudy sky and rain chances will increase throughout the day on Tuesday as well.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
It's Groundhog Day, woodchuckers. Roger Goodell was just asked about the future of the game. Here's what he had to say.
Well, I think it's one of the hottest sports in the world. We're actually seeing it both on the girls' side and the boys' side, the men and the women's side, and we're seeing it on a global basis. And I think actually the Olympics are going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be a real competition. We've got some great athletes that are playing in different countries around the world. And I think that's going to be, just a great culmination of, I think, the efforts that are going on around the world. And it's not just LA 28. We're looking to the next Olympics, in 32. It'll be in Australia, as you know. And so I think for us, it's meeting the demand of people who want to play this game. I'm tremendously inspired when you see people who didn't have access to this game and they have a chance to play. That's particularly true for young women. To see what it does for them, the building of confidence, the ability to understand what we know from playing the game about the values of the game.
So I was clearly mixed up off of that quote. That's the future of flag football, not the future of the NFL. My mistake. Or is it?
I was fascinated by it.
Oh, one more cut here from the commissioner.
It's hard to win in this league. And I think we saw the most competitive season, at least of my 44 seasons in the NFL, and a lot of seasons watching before that. You just see the excitement from our game. I think we had 70% of our games were within one score in the fourth quarter. We have 7 new division winners. By the way, both of those 2 are new division winners. And so, when you look at our game, I don't think it could get any better. We're going to try, and we're going to find ways to do that. But from a fan standpoint, I think we're hearing that. We're seeing that. I think it shows up in all of the metrics from ratings to attendance to everything about the game.
Looking at the game through television ratings, what could go wrong?
That's all he cares about. That's what he gets paid. That's what
honestly makes me nervous as a college football fan is the numbers have never been higher for college football than they are right now.
Yeah, but you have how could they be any higher? There's 90,000 ways to watch a game now. There's how many more games are on than have ever been on?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not one a week. How do you compare?
Well, during that time,
what I see,
what's that?
What I hear is people are starting to get turned off big time.
Oversaturation?
Well, no, I think it's just because of what's going on in college football.
With the money?
There are no rules.
But the eyeballs are still there. When the ratings start to go down, maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. I'm just saying, I didn't hear it last year. I'm starting to hear it now.
I don't think anything substantive is going to happen until the ratings drop and the money starts falling away.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's how you figure out everything. Follow the money.
We just heard the NFL commissioner speak about new teams being division winners. I just want to see good football. I don't care. Yeah. I think dynasties are actually good for sports. Yeah. But I just, as long as it's done at the right way.
When he's talking to the owners. That's what you got to remember. He's selling himself to owners. Guys making $60-70 million a year on bonuses based on
I honestly thought Jacksonville's home game for the playoffs was going to be in London since they won the division. Since the Jacksonville Jaguars
as long as they're staying in Jacksonville instead of the
wait for it to come.
Manchester.
Wait, I'm just Jaguars.
Telling you. It's not so far off, and I don't. It's just the travel time of those games is going to be interesting.
Yeah. But evidently part of the press conference that just concluded from San Jose is that there is going to be more international games. The NFL is going back to Mexico City to play there. But it's again, when you hear comments like that tail end of what Commissioner Goodell had to say.
But from a fan standpoint, I think we're hearing that. We're seeing that. I think it shows up in all of the metrics from ratings to attendance to everything about the game.
So that's what they're looking at is the metrics, the TV ratings, and the attendance. So.
Well, what's interesting about the attendance is
this is as little NFL as I've watched in my lifetime. I don't know about you.
100%.
I just.
Well, I mean, all the officials decide almost every game, so they're doing a great job.
Bang up
I don't
job.
know how they could be any better, Steve.
They have yet to cut up that little nugget from the press conference on how great the officials are.
They couldn't get any better.
We did get the future of flag football, though. It does feel like there's going to be some kind of morph of.
Seems to me flag football is much more accessible. I talk about attendance at games, at NFL games. You might be able to save them, go to one a year. But.
Well, most of the corporations own the tickets.
Yeah.
So you can go to, I mean.
I don't have a couple of $100 to throw around on that.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, well, I mean, so. I
mean, no offense, you're just my employer, but
no. So no, it's the fact that as long as the corporations are getting tax write-offs for the tickets, it's going to be hard for anybody to
follow the money.
And the price tickets for this year's national championship game reminded me a lot of the Super Bowl of just. But there were a lot of fans that were able to get to that game. But Indiana fans, I'm sure, are feeling the pinch of spending all that money.
No, wait till year 6. He keeps winning.
Oh, yes.
That's going to get you. Saban broke everybody in Alabama.
But ultimately, today being Groundhog Day.
So I guess the question we have to ask ourselves today is,
Does Phil feel lucky?
And I believe he did not see his shadow. So we got 6 more weeks
According
of
to
winter.
Sand Mountain Sam, early spring. According to there was a dog over at Hustle Animal Services.
Yeah.
Early spring.
I'm for that.
And
I'm for that.
It's
Sand
going to
Mountain
be
Sam.
60 this week.
Come on now.
Ollie the Wonder Dog says, I don't care as long as I got my blanket. Let's try to skin them all.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama!
Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Live from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa, it's time for Hey Coach and the Nate Oates Show on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach and the Nate Oates Show are presented by Alpha Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alpha Insurance covers it all. AlphaInsurance.com. Also brought to you by Ford and your local Alabama Ford dealer. Proud partners of the Crimson Tide. McCurry Van and Car Rental. Rent local with McCurry Van and Car Rental. We offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience.